UT Austin is reportedly getting ready to lay off as many as 60 employees who were in diversity, equity, and inclusion-related jobs at the university.
It's a byproduct of Senate Bill 17, the state's ban on DEI initiatives at public universities.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the University of Texas at Austin laying off up to 60 employees after Senate Bill 17 has passed, become law, which bans DEI initiatives from college campuses. Now, I think this is a fantastic thing because last time I checked, it wasn't legal to have state-sponsored racism. Now, some are going to kick back. ABL, what do you mean racism? DEI is all about boosting diversity. Without that, then a black person couldn't make it, an Hispanic person couldn't make it. Isn't that a racist statement? Look, I don't care what color you are. You could be black, white, Puerto Rican, candy stripe. If you are good at what you do, you're a good student, have good grades, that's all that really matters. All that other stuff is racism. I'm not a fan of racism, especially when it's state-sponsored, so I'm glad that we have Senate Bill 17. Now, of course, some of the students on UT Austin's campus don't like that this bill is passed, and they don't like that there's been a bunch of firings. So up to 1,000 of them have gathered to talk about what they're going to do next, maybe a protest, maybe they're going to leave. I have no idea. But before we go too deep into it, let's get to the actual news clip. If you want to see the clip in full without my commentary, link, as always, will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit a link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
UT Austin is reportedly getting ready to lay off as many as 60 employees who were in diversity, equity, and inclusion-related jobs at the university.
It's a byproduct of Senate Bill 17, the state's ban on DEI initiatives at public universities. It comes a week after the state senator who wrote the bill warned university system leaders about not complying with it. KVU's Darrenisha Heron spoke with students about these changes tonight. She joins us now live from campus with more. Darrenisha.
Quita and Brian, students tell me over 1,000 of them got together in a private meeting tonight to talk about how to stop this. Like many of those possibly 60 staff members, they were shocked because everyone was under the impression that these jobs were secure. UT students are mobilizing after learning that some staff members will be fired because of the trickle-down effect of SB 17. Which bans diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives at public universities.
Honestly, I cried,
But the question is, okay, young lady, why did you cry? What was the emotional reaction for? I don't really understand. Do you think that you wouldn't be where you are right now without DEI? How did you get to the USA? You appear to be African. How did you get to the USA? Was it DEI or was it your hardworking parents? My daughter, go to school, focus on your studies. Don't worry about the DEI now. Idiots.
I was angry. A lot of people are upset. All of my group chats are raging. All of the group me's, all of the slacks, everybody is raging.
They say the people and experiences close to them are being ripped away. According to our partners at the American Statesman, at least 60 staff members who were previously in DEI roles have been notified that their last day is at the end of the semester. In a letter to the UT community, President Jay Harsel wrote in part, quote, "To reduce overlap, we are closing the Division of Campus and Community Engagement and redistributing the remaining programs," end quote. That division used to be DEI related and, like similar departments, had to change its name in January because of the new law.
Well, look, before we continue, I'm not celebrating people losing their jobs because, you know, these are real people. They got families and kids and everything else. I understand that. But at the same time, again, I'm not in favor of state-sponsored racism. So hopefully they'll be able to find better jobs that don't deal with racism, that don't deal with this diversity nonsense, diversity scam. If they're educated, they're skilled, they're talented, they're landing on their feet, they'll be okay. I'm just not a fan of, again, the state-sponsored racism. Let's continue.
This is just Texas. Texas does not want us here. Texas has never wanted us here.
Christiana McAfee with the Black Student Alliance says a lot of the DEI-related jobs are filled with people who look like her.
For most of us Black students, these are our only letters of recommendation. These are the only people that we can get close enough with.
I never understood people that go to college and then hate their college. You can move around. You can go somewhere else. You really can, especially when you're talking about Black students. because I come from Virginia where we got a lot of black colleges. You got Norfolk State, you got Hampton, you got, what's that, VSU, VCU, whatever. You can go somewhere where you might feel more at home rather than UT Austin, which ain't nothing but the California of the South.
Is to build a further relationship with us.
A lot of them were just there for me and gave me a lot of resources, and were always there when I was unsure of what to do or if I just wasn't feeling right about something.
Hartzell also says staff members whose positions are being eliminated can apply to existing open positions at the university. And just 40 minutes ago, House Speaker Dade Phelan issued a statement on social media saying the
good old Dade. Is that my man that got a little tipsy? Is that him? Y'all let me know in the comments, but let's see what he says.
DEI ban was meant to, quote, cultivate and educate an education system that celebrates diversity of thought while also ensuring every student, regardless of their background, has an equal opportunity to succeed, end quote. And he applauds today's action by UT. Now, UT has not confirmed how many staff members will be fired, but I know that the students say they worry that some of the classes that they love will be next to go. They hope that the community will rally behind them. Live at the University of Texas, I'm Darrenisha Heron.
So shout out to Darrenisha. Great reporting, Darrenisha. All right, now let's go to an article right here that I have. This is from 2023. This is before the bill became law. And again, the bill is law. It has been passed. This is on the Texas Tribune. It says Texas Senate approves bill that would ban diversity programs in public universities, which is great again. And let's go to some of the key details. It says Senate Bill 17 was approved along party lines on a 19-12 vote. It will require universities to close their diversity, equity, and inclusion offices, which have become a mainstay on campuses across the country as schools try to boost faculty diversity and help students from all backgrounds succeed. So what does that really mean in layman's terms, in the regular everyday Joe term? What that means is they're trying to get more people of different races and backgrounds into jobs. Now, if it's me and I'm all about real equity, I'm all about real inclusion, let's include those who are the best, regardless of what the race is. Race shouldn't be a factor one way or another. Race shouldn't be a factor in keeping qualified people out, nor should it be a factor in bringing lesser qualified people in. Remove the race completely and just hire the best people. That's what I would do. I don't care if it was a whole giraffe that was good at mathematician type stuff. Let's hire the giraffe and have them be the head math professor. That's how I would do it. It wouldn't be, oh, boy, they're a giraffe and they don't speak English. No. Let's have them be there and do their job if they are the best at it. If they're not, then let's not. Why is that so hard to understand? Now, maybe the campus might be mostly white and Asian when you're talking about the faculty, but so what? I don't really care. If I'm paying UT Austin all this money, like 30, 40 grand a year, whatever it costs now, if I'm paying a mortgage worth of money for an education, I want the best of the best. It doesn't matter what the person's skin color is. But anyway, let's continue. I'm getting triggered. The bill will also ban mandatory diversity training and restrict hiring departments from asking for diversity statements, essays in which job applicants talk about their commitment to building diverse campuses. So not only must you get indoctrinated into the whole DEI cult, you also got to write a letter saying just how you're really going to further the DEI initiatives. Not a good thing at all. Okay. Now, here's another story. It says how Republicans' threats to tenure and diversity might undercut their own efforts to advance Texas universities and whatever. You know, at the end of the day, let's get the best of the best. Senators who oppose legislation argue that it would make people from underrepresented groups feel less welcome, turn back efforts to correct past discrimination, and halt progress toward making campuses more representative of the state's population. They also expressed concerns that it would make it harder for universities to receive research funding. Oh, there go that money. Also, all about that money at the end of the day. Hey, we want to get that. You want to have the DEI because you can get money. Research funding from federal agencies or private organizations that consider commitments to diversity when awarding grants. So there's a financial component. Okay, we want to have DEI, not just because you want to include everybody, make them feel welcome, make them feel at home. We get money for this from the federales. So we're trying to do a little grift here. Just like the climate change kerfuffle. Okay, let's get all this money from all these different agencies and grants and whatnot because we're green and we're clean. Well, really, you're trying to wash that money and put it in your pocket. But I digress. As I close, I want to say this. Shout out to Texas for doing the right thing and eliminating DEI from public universities because, again, as I'm going to just reiterate, state-sponsored racism, not a fan of that at all. If an individual wants to be a racist on their own time, then that's on them. They can pretend to be a space pilot and jump from a tall building and try to fly. I don't recommend it. I don't think it's a good thing to do, but how am I going to stop you? Same thing for being an individual racist. But if taxpayer dollars from me and from someone else is going toward racism, then that's where I draw the line. And I don't think most people would be opposed to what I'm saying. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on what Texas did by banning DEI from public universities? Is it a good thing, bad thing, whatever your thoughts are? Let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think it's a fantastic thing that other states should follow. And I don't even see why we are here right now today. We had civil rights. And remember, there was a guy judged not by the color of their skin and the content of their character. We went from that to having these programs that explicitly judge you because of the color of your skin. Can we go back to a time where it was more about merit and less about how you look, about your physical appearance? A novel idea, I suppose, but whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.